Assalamu alaikum. Now, subhanallah, hundreds of you from around the world have signed up for this webinar in the last 24 hours. Before I give you a webinar sneak peek, have a look at this. Who's interested in the webinar? Comment below. Wow, interested. Wow, this is amazing. I'm really grateful. I never expected this. It's amazing to see so many people committed towards change. Subhanallah, over 100 comments here in such a short space of time. The webinar is going to be packed. So I have one concern that I really wanted to address, okay? The webinar is only for A players. Okay? Only attend the webinar if you're going to be committed towards setting up a business online. I want you to have a business set up online in the next 7 days and making sales and setting up a Facebook page. You got to take action, inshallah. So this webinar is only for A players, for go-getters, for risk takers who do not make excuses. When life gets difficult, they step up. Okay? They invest in their education, they take risks, they give life 110%. They aim for excellence in all aspects of their life, including money. Okay? This webinar is for people who they can be starting out, they can be complete newbies. Okay, you don't have to have a business idea just yet, or maybe you have a business already running. That's fine, as long as you give commitment and passion and you want to invest in your education, then I want you on this webinar. This is the start of a new Muslim industry, which is called Facebook marketing for entrepreneurial Muslims. Okay, we're gonna set the trend, we're gonna break barriers, we're gonna pioneer, inshallah, so we really make a difference. Okay, the content is never seen before. I'm gonna be sharing cutting edge strategies that only my premium clients have had access to. A brother paid me $8,000 for a 30-day Facebook campaign, like £5,000 for just like 30 days. I want to share tips and strategies behind that campaign. This is a free webinar, but you're going to get amazing value, inshallah. Around $2,000 worth of value from this free webinar, which is around £1,300 worth of value. Make sure you attend live because this webinar is never done before. Never seen before, and I've been online for 9 years. This is 9 years worth of hard work that you're gonna see put into place in a couple of steps. So I brought it down to mastery just for you, so you don't have to spend 9, 10 years learning this stuff and making mistakes and going through the painful journey that I faced. Okay? Now we're gonna talk about my story on how back in 2010 I got over 250 job rejections. Within 3 months, I graduated in maths. I did maths at Birmingham University. Always wanted to be career focused and make money. But it didn't always work out that way. Allah had other plans for me. We're going to talk about my journey, how I handled that frustration, how when life gives you lemons, you turn your lemons into lemonade. Be like a bouncy ball. If you fall on the floor really hard, you bounce back up harder, faster, and stronger. So what was the turning point for me? How did I go from working in telesales to making the jump and becoming my own boss? I did that in like 2 days. How can you do that as well? How can you leave your 9 to 5 job and really leave a legacy behind? If you want to work 9 to 5 for the next 40 years, this webinar is not for you. If you want to carry on working in your office for the next 5 years, or even for the next 6 months, this webinar is not for you. I'm very strict about who this webinar is for, okay? But I'm sure because you're listening to this, then this webinar is definitely for you because you're showing commitment, and I really appreciate that, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? So we're going to talk about my story. We're going to talk about your story because I'm sure you've been through a lot. You're going through a lot right now. Okay, how do you bounce above that? How do you bounce away from those hardships and really leave a legacy behind? Okay, we're going to talk about a 5-step Paradise Path money system. How within 12 months, across my top legacy students, guess how much was made in sales? Take a guess. $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, $250,000. No, $1 million. has been generated within 12 months across my top legacy students. Using this 5-step Paradise Path system, many of my students have achieved great results, and I want to share with you how you can achieve great results as well. Now, I'm not promising you're going to be a millionaire. I'm not promising you're going to get any results because I don't really know your commitment level. I don't know what your skill set is. I don't know what your business idea is. I don't know how passionate and committed you're going to be towards making this happen. So you got to prove yourself. What I can promise you is I want to give you a system that's proven and that's worked across so many of my clients and students, and that's helped me make over $300,000 in sales within the last 35 to 40 days. Okay, inshallah. You're going to learn about the 5 steps, the Paradise Path system. You're going to learn about how to discover your passion, how to be persuasive, how to create your first info product. You're going to learn how to leverage off this multi-billion-dollar platform called Facebook. Okay, Facebook attracts over 100 billion video views every month. Guess how many minutes are spent on Facebook every month? Take a guess. Over 500 million minutes are spent on Facebook every month. Imagine if you can ride that wave. And then we'll talk about profit, how you can make money. Okay, just in the last like 3 days, I've had a number of my students, they're making sales. You know, one of my students, he's made like $2,000 in like 1 or 2 days, and he's on track to be making $5,000 before the end of this month. Had another student achieve great results as well. Okay, and then I've got a special announcement. I'm opening up spaces towards my flagship program called Legacypreneur University. It's the Ummah's leading program for entrepreneurial Muslims who want to benefit from Facebook marketing and leave 9 to 5 and become their own boss. I'll tell you about that and how you can inshallah be a part of that legacy during the webinar. And also I'm going to have some amazing bonuses which you're going to enjoy and benefit from. Okay, so you got a lot to look forward to. Make sure that on Wednesday you attend the webinar live, and inshallah, let's build a legacy. Let's achieve freedom. Let's really break boundaries so we can revolutionize the ummah and revive this deen, because this deen is amazing. We have to be in this together, and we have to be legacy focused, and we have to be Jannah driven. Okay, so I'll see you on the webinar and let's make it happen. Assalamu alaikum.